Hey Melissa, how's your day?
Oh, not great. I have this customer every single time he contacts me. He wants these unrealistic dates. He always wants them for much less than our bottom line price every single time. And it is so stressful.
Ugh, needy customers are the worst.
The worst.
Today we are talking about needy clients.
Indeed.
Now, I'm
Yes.
sure we all have experience with clients or customers that are just way over the top and hard to deal with.
Yes, I know I've had my fair share.
When I was a young programmer, I often had to do tech support.
Yes.
And holy cow, tech support was so hard because you
Yes.
just felt so like abused, right? Like the customers just call up and be like, your thing's broken and this sucks and you need to fix it right now. I'm just like,
Yes.
whoa, this energy
Yes.
is so intense.
And over every time the phone rings.
And one time I remember I got a call from someone on the East Coast, and I actually had never really dealt with someone who was from the East Coast, and like it felt so harsh to me.
Sure.
Right? And I just couldn't get my energy to a point where I could even help them.
Yeah, that's super interesting. So really oftentimes being pushed into a reactive state with a client who's amped up or angry or unhappy about something is certainly really challenging, and we can feel really pushed around. I feel like one of the things that's super important for us to think about in this conversation really is about what is it that they're giving you, and what is it that you are taking.
Yeah.
And there's a big difference between the two things.
Yeah, and I always like to remind myself that that customer that's coming at us fairly upset probably has their own
Yes.
things going on,
And
right?
they probably have a reason they're upset. Something's not working.
Yeah, for us on the tech support side, it might be like, yeah, you've got a small technical issue. For them, they might be like, if this doesn't get fixed, I am losing my job.
Right.
Right?
Yes,
So
exactly.
always remembering and having a little bit of empathy for customers that might be coming at you
Yeah, I think-
harshly,
Yes.
that they've got their own story.
Yes, I really, really like that. And making the distinction between what they're giving you doesn't mean that you have to take all of it. You can not accept all of the emotion behind it, and there's different ways of handling that, right?
And when someone comes at me with that energy, like I take that on for a moment, right?
Yeah.
It really kind of
Yeah.
affects me.
You
and I
have a
just to-
reaction.
Yep. And I have to sit there with it and say, okay, that was just my reaction to their energy.
Yes.
Once I understand I have that reaction,
Yeah.
now I can move on and actually
Get
be
down to
helpful,
business.
right?
Yeah,
Get back
exactly
to
right.
a positive energy and actually help them.
Right. I think too, when we're talking about clients, a lot of times we can feel like we are beneath the client, like we are there to serve the client, and
Yeah.
we all want to serve our clients. We all want good relationships with people, but a lot of times it can go to an extreme where we feel like we're actually beneath them or we're not as good as them.
Yeah, like I'm just paying you to get this work done. You're just the consultant. Like get going, and that doesn't feel good. either.
No. So if you're in a position with a certain client in which you may be feeling like that, again, recognize all the skill sets that you have that have brought you to the role that you are, and really understanding that you are providing them a solution. Even in the moment, if they are caught up in their emotions, your awareness is such where you can allow yourself to not be caught up in that same emotional drama.
And working on like getting yourself to the point where, hey, you're not subservient to them. You're
Right.
maybe more in a partnership
Yes.
with them, thinking about it as, hey, I'm helping,
Yes.
maybe grow their business with them. It might be from a consultant perspective, but I'm part of the team too. So.
Right. And finally, I think there's also that long-term relationship where you do such a good job, people love you so much that you now feel like you can't get away from the client. The client just feels like that they cannot go on unless they are checking in with you, or it's you specifically that they speak to every single time.
They just need this one really important thing on a Sunday afternoon.
When you're having a family reunion with people you haven't been with for 10 years.
Which feels good, like, wow, I'm really needed, they really value my input, but at some point, you have to set some boundaries. Like,
Yes.
I can't be on call 24 hours a day for your every single whim. Like, I
Yes.
appreciate it, but
Yes.
it's really kind of smothering.
Yes, and setting boundaries with clients, whether they're great clients or not great clients, setting your own personal boundaries is a really, really healthy thing to do. And it actually helps people respect you more if you're willing to say, I would love to help you, but here are the ways that in which I have to say yes or no, and here are the other things that I have going on. Just up levels your game as well.